Hi, Rod from Fleet News Group again, and today we're looking at the i30. There's only two model variants left now, so why not do a two-part series, and today's part one. In part one we'll be looking at this car, the i30 N-Line. It's got a new motor, costs a bit more than it used to, so we'll have a look at that in detail and tell you all about it. In today's video, looking at the i30 N-Line Premium. What's it like to drive? What's it like on the inside? What's the new motor like? And the new hybrid 48 volt system as well. All that and more, so keep watching and I'll tell you all about it. And remember, if you like these videos, don't forget to hit that like button down there, as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you can be kept up to date with everything we're doing here at the Fleet News Group. Go on, give that like button that little bit of a tickle. You know you want to. Well, let's have a look at the styling now of the new i30 N-Line. Doesn't look too different to its predecessor. There's a nice new grille there, quite similar to the i30N now, with a nice big N-Line badge on the front. The daytime running lights and headlights look very nice on this car, quite like it. There's a new wheel rim for the N-Line Premium here, looks very nice indeed, but the styling isn't too different, and to be honest I don't mind that because it's quite an attractive looking hatch at any rate. It's not too mild but not too wild either. I quite like it. Around the back she all looks the same, which is all very good. Nice big LED tail lamps there. Quite an attractive package. Well proportioned, good looking, the i30 N-Line. I think you'd like it. Well, what's new under the bonnet of the i30 N-Line? It's a smaller motor. It's now a 1.5 litre turbo, replacing a 1.6 litre turbo. Still a 4-cylinder double overhead cam 16 valve motor, but this new one has the mild hybrid boost with a 48 volt battery system in the back as well. It's a little bit down on the figures, power and torque versus the old model. Let me run you through them. The new motor here, 117 kilowatts and 253 newton meters of torque. The old model was 150 kilowatts of power and 265 newton meters of torque, so it's a little bit down there. That being said, why have they done the mild hybrid? Well, the reason they've done it, A, it's being sourced from European country now rather than where it was from before. It still has that 7-speed DCT transmission, but the fuel economy now listed for this car on the combined cycle has dropped down to 5.6 litres per 100 k's. The best I've seen as I've been driving around this week has actually been 6.9, but I have been doing a bit of urban driving primarily, a few goes on the expressways and that there, but it hasn't been out in any regional runs, so I would expect to see that number get better with long distance driving and in regional areas especially. Runs on 91 unleaded fuel and is suitable for E10 as well, so that's a good bonus. It's not like other turbo motors that come sourced from Europe where you have to have premium unleaded, so that's a plus. 50 litre tank. Going to get good range, 500, 600, 700 k's you'll get out of this, especially on a country trip, no problem. And the CO2 emissions, important in the fleet space and everywhere else these days, are listed as 126 grams per kilometre. If you extrapolate out, say over 12 months, 20,000 k's, that means this car will put into the atmosphere on average 2.52 tonnes of CO2 each year, or 20,000 k's. So there's that to consider. So, what's it like to drive? Let's give it a go. Into reverse. Let's back up here. Nice big easy view out the back with the guidelines on it. Into gear and away we go. The i30 has many safety features. One of which is, let you know about the speed limit. Car park 10k speed limit. I hit 11, it bings at me. That can get a little annoying at times, but there is a way in the settings to turn it off so it doesn't make that audible warning to you. Have to do it before you start though. And since I've already got the motor running, that's where we're at. It's a nice, quiet and comfortable ride. Of course, being the premium, I've got the nice big sunroof up there as well. But when it comes to the safety feature I was talking about, it still maintains 5-star ANCAP safety rating for the i30. It's got many driver assistance features, including forward collision avoidance, sorry. And then also it's got lane keeping warning, lane departure warning, lane keeping assist, sorry. Just passing a member of the constabulary there, had to pay attention. And we'll just merge onto the road here. There we go, very nice. And away we go. So yeah, it's got all the driver assistance features, as I said, lane keep assist, lane departure warning, autonomous emergency braking with cyclist and pedestrian detection, rear cross traffic alert, rear camera, all the usual features are there, making it a very safe and comfortable drive. It has 3 drive modes, economy, normal and sport. We're currently in the eco mode. But put my foot down. It does have a nice little pleasant note, this motor. It's not as punchy and as powerful as the previous one in the N-Line Premium, but it's been changed really for fuel economy purposes. And the listed fuel economy in this car, 5.6 litres per 100 k's. Haven't seen that driving it around. I've been doing mainly urban driving, but a couple of bit of expressways, and we're just coming up an expressway now. And the best I've seen is 6.9. Hit the 110 zone now. We might just bump her into sports mode. Put the foot down. There's 110. Very nice. Let's back off, there's a few cars around me here. So it is a punchy motor. It gets up and goes. It doesn't have the absolute kick, but it seems a bit contradictory, this, because even in eco mode, if you just put your foot down too hard off at the lights when they go green, you find that you're chirping the front tyres if you're not careful, and it just wants to spin the rubber and away you go. It's not like it's got rubbish tyres on it. It's got good quality tyres on it, this car, but every time, there's the little chirp, oh hello. So she does get up and go well. It's a very well balanced car. It feels quite good when you're pushing it along. The steering's very responsive, and it's something which, for a small hatchback, it's really, in one sense, it's a mild hybrid, but it's not too wild. Well, I said that before on the video, but it just encapsulates the N-Line series of cars. And as it's now the entry-level model for the i30 hatch, you can pretty well kitted out vehicle. One extra safety feature I forgot to mention earlier is connected services. The i30 N-Line Premium has connected services through the BlueLink app, which you can load up onto your phone. You can control most of the functions through your phone on the car, check where it is, all this sort of stuff. It also has, if you're involved unfortunately in an accident, what it will do is it'll alert emergency services of the accident and give you a geo position where you are. And it's also got up here this red button, SOS. You can push that for emergency contact should the need arise. Looking for a mild hybrid that's not too wild? Then the i30 N-Line Premium might be the vehicle for you. Goes very well, has the looks, tried and true product. You know what you're getting with this car, and I think you'll be very happy with it every day. Very nice, very familiar in here. We've got the twin 10.25 inch display screens, the touchscreen here for the infotainment system, as well as full digital instrument cluster as well, which looks very, very nice. It's a familiar layout, all the controls exactly where they've always been in i30. Nice, easy to do. Dials, I like dials. Adjust the temperature, adjust the fan speed with the push of a button without having to stab on the display screen, taking your eyes away from the road. It's much better just to reach down and fiddle with the knobs, including volume and things like that, without having to look at them. We've also got all the switches and controls on the steering wheel. On the left hand side of the wheel you've got all the radio functions and phone functions, and then the cruise control features and distance for the radar cruise and things like that on this side as well. Flappy paddle shifters if you want to play with them, although you can move the transmission lever as well that way. Fully heated seats, heated steering wheel, and the drive mode switch there. You can put the rear camera on when you want to, just by pushing that button there, and we've got the parking sensors can be turned off as well. It's got a charging mat down here, which is a wireless charging mat, but Apple CarPlay, Android Auto isn't wireless. You do have to have it plugged in with a cable. Having said it's all very familiar, auto hold function, electric park brake, the coffee cup test fits in nice and comfortably there. The rear one's actually a little bit smaller, which holds it a bit better, or if you've got a bottle, that'd probably be up there. There's bottle holders in the doors as well. Very good. Another 12 volt outlet in there, plus there's a good decent size to put stuff away there as well. And if your coffee cup's not needed, shutter to close it on down, as there is a shutter here to close that compartment up as well. So nice leather seats, the red trim stitching, an N logo put into it. Looks very nice in here, very nice and comfortable. Leather everything, nice soft touch armrests, a bit hard and plasticky in places, but it's not too bad. Harder there. It's nice, I like it. Very nice indeed. Well, let's have a bit of a look here in the rear seat of the i30 N-Line Premium. The leather seats continue, of course, with the nice fabric suede finish there. Very nice. Looks very nice in here. There's not the greatest amount of legroom. The seats are back in their normal driving positions, so it's pretty squizzy in there. I can see my knees banged up against the hard shell plastic cover there, and my toes not being too comfortable down there. It does have, when we look down here, a pair of USB-C ports there. Plus, of course, being the Premium, you've got the lovely big sunroof for the rear seat passengers to enjoy as well. Very good. Well, what's in the boot of the N-Line Premium? Fair bit of space there. There's 395 litres of boot space in the car here. There's also a 12 volt power outlet in case you want to run something like a car fridge or something like that and go down picnics. There's a hook there to hang up a shopping bag or takeaway, whichever. Another one on the other side. 395 litres of space until you do this. And now there's 1,301 litres of space here in the boot. Just in case you've been to Bunnings, IKEA, you know where you go. Just saying. And what's underneath here? Let's have a look. Well, there's now a tyre mobility kit, a glue kit, no temporary spare, no spare wheel available. That's what it is. That's because where the spare wheel once was is now the 48 volt battery system for the mild hybrid. You can actually see the wheel well I should say, down there behind it, but it takes up all that space where a spare tyre could have been. But that's what's in the back of the i30 N-Line Premium. All very good. Well, what's the ownership experience going to be like with this new N-Line i30? For a start, it continues on. Hyundai offers a 5-year unlimited kilometre warranty on this vehicle, as it does with all Hyundai cars. With that, there's a lifetime cap service plan you can explore with Hyundai as well. Set your costs in advance, understand what it's going to cost you. So for a fleet manager or someone else is considering one of these vehicles on their fleet, or if you're looking to novate it, you can factor that into your equations when you're working out what to do with this car. Service intervals are every 15,000 Ks or 12 months, whichever occurs first, and when you have it serviced at your Hyundai dealer, they will extend to you 12 months premium roadside assistance every time you have the car serviced there. So that's a pretty good package there to have for peace of mind motoring for the next 5 years. If you happen to get out of the car earlier, sell it on before the 5 years up, the warranty and the service program can be extended to the new owner. Pretty good. But the big question, tell them the price, son. Well, she's a little bit more exy, this one. A bit more coin out of your pocket to buy it now than over the previous model. The N-Line will start at $36,000 plus on-road costs. That's quite a bit up from what it used to be. And for this particular car, the N-Line Premium, it starts at $41,000 plus on roads. But as you see this car here, right now, drive away, and forgive me, I just got to double check the pricing here, as advised by Hyundai. Looking at this car here, registered drive away in New South Wales right now, $45,272. To that, we've got to add $595 for the nice grey colour and $171 for the nice floor mats that Hyundai's put in the vehicle. Meaning when you look at this car right here, right now, $46,062 drive away for a Hyundai i30. It's a very well kitted out one, but that's a lot of coin. And when you start to consider the other i30 that's still available, if the budget can stretch, that might be a very good choice too. Well, what's the fleet manager going to say about the i30 N-Line Premium? $46,000 plus drive away for a i30? I think it's going to be a no on that one. I can't see the fleet managers wanting to put it as a fleet vehicle on their fleets, but that's not where Hyundai's aimed this car. This car is squarely at the novated lease market. So if you like the i30 N-Line, you want to have it as your novated lease, you have access to the salary package and the program to do that with novated leasing, then it would be the cheapest way to get yourself into one of these cars. But if you think about novated leasing, or your fleet manager should consider going to our website, fleetnewsgroup.com.au, and downloading a free copy of our car leasing guide. It tells you everything you need to know about novated leasing, operating leases, and everything else in the fleet space, free of charge. fleetnewsgroup.com.au. Download your copy today. Well, I have to say, I've really enjoyed driving the N-Line Premium. I think it's a great car. It's a little bit down on power compared to the old model, but not noticeably so. It's a great looking car. I like the new wheels. The style and shape probably is a little dated now compared to other manufacturers out there, but even if its main competitor, the Corolla, it doesn't change shape in just as long as this one hasn't either. The Corolla, though, thinking about it, it's a lot cheaper than the N-Line series Hyundai i30s. It's a full hybrid, and even the ZR, their top of the line model, is substantially cheaper than this car, the N-Line Premium. So there's that to consider in your calculations. For me, the N-Line Premium still comes out on top. I like the look of the car, I like the styling, and I do like it in preference over the Corolla. I think they drive really well, it's very responsive, practical, and it's going to serve everything you need it to do if the small hatch is what you're after. That said, convincing the fleet manager that you want one on fleet for you to drive around in, don't think you're going to win that argument. Probably the best option is if you have it open to you, a novated leasing option, and go down that path yourself. That way you get to pick the car you want. Thank you very much for watching what is part one of our two-part series. What's coming up next in part two? Well, you'll have to watch to see that, won't you? But thank you very much for watching today. I'm Rod from Fleet News Group, and you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.